Welcome back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining me now, John Halterman with Beacon Wealth Management. How are you doing, John?
Hey, I'm doing great, Nikki. How are you?
Doing really well, thank you. This week, we have a question from Mark from Bridgeport, but I think this might apply to a lot of people. He says, we're in a new year. I want to make a New Year's resolution to get my act together. Where do I start and what do I need to do?
Well, you know what? I mean, everyone has a resolution this time of the year, so I'm glad it's on your mind. But you know, the first thing I would say for somebody that wants to get their financial affairs in order is stop winging it. I mean, whatever you do, don't do that this year. And what I mean about that is, what I tell people every time they come into my office is we got to start with the end in mind. You know, what is it that you want to accomplish and what does it actually look like? As a simple example, you got to be really specific. Like, if you're telling me that you want to retire, let's say at 60, okay, well, how much income do you want to retire with at 60? What's your sources of actual income? You know, and factor that all in, because if you don't, you just say, I want to retire, and you don't have an idea of how much, it's going to be a little bit of trouble. So start with the end in mind. The second thing is, you know, develop some type of strategy. And when I say a strategy, your strategy needs to cover a few things. You know, number one, you got to ask yourself, if something were to happen to me, what's this mean for my family? The second thing, if you have a goal such as accumulating money, you know, how much are you going to put away? What's the best way from a tax standpoint to do it? You know, what's my risk tolerance? The third thing, if you're getting ready to retire, where does my retirement income come from? Can I make it last for the rest of my life? The fourth thing is, how do I pass on my legacy? Because we all save a bunch of money, as much as we can, but taxes is a big deal. So how do we pass that on in the most tax advantageous way? And then the fifth thing is reduce all the taxes you can. You know, don't sit there and just do something without understanding the tax implications. So having a sound strategy makes good sense. And then the third thing is actually take action. Do something. I mean, because if you don't do something and you sit around and you contemplate it, in the end, all this beautiful talk means absolutely nothing.
There's a lot there. If you miss any of it, you can always find it online. Don't go anywhere. Much more for you after the break.